Hey, what's going on guys? XD here, back again with another video. Now in today's video, I want to share with you guys a technique I use to generate chords right here in FL Studio. This feature, I've shown it before, but a lot of people have not been using it and they don't really know how well it actually works out. So I'm here to show you again how you can actually make easy chords that helps you compose much easier in FL Studio. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna load Sour and I'm gonna check for some keys, some really nice keys like this key over here. So now the trick is, if I come up here on this typing keyboard to piano keyboard, right up here, I can actually right click. Okay, let me see. I think you guys do not see that. Okay, there we go. Right up here you can see where you can select the typing keyboard. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna right click and you're gonna see this menu over here. So usually it's on layout piano and it's right there on C4 or C5. I'm just gonna reset it because mine is already switched. So the thing is to choose chords. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna choose minor natural chord map. That's the one that you would want to use, this one over here. So I'm going to choose that. So what it's going to do is it's going to allow you to press any key on your keyboard and then that key is going to turn into a chord. Like you see, I pressed E, I pressed U, N, C. So this is what happens when you press any key on the keyboard. It's, instead of playing just normal piano notes, it plays chords. So now let's get inside piano roll. You can see here I'm pressing one key but it's playing chords. So now let's use this and make something out of it. So I'm gonna turn my tempo down to 120 and I'm put my metronome on and I'm gonna look for another sound that sounds okay. You can hear that sounds really good. So now let's record that. There we go. Now as you can see, I actually have chords over here. So I'm gonna do that and then I'm gonna quantize these chords. Now let me play it back without the metronome. Okay, let me just lower the velocity of these keys. Let me add some more volume to the sound. And send this to a mixer track. Put an EQ on and get some of those lows out. That sounds pretty good. Now let's add some drums to this. I'm gonna make a new pattern, which is gonna be pattern 2, and I'm gonna try maybe a shaker. And then I'm gonna add I'm going to move the swing a bit, then I'm going to draw a lot of them. Let's add another shaker. Let's look for some percussion sounds to see if we can make something. actually want to use this sound as a texture. I know it's kind of slipping out of tune a bit, but I actually like how it sounds. Let me see if I cannot use this as a texture, just in the background, just to give the track a little bit of class. I like the texture of that shaker. Let's use that. And this is all sounds from my XDizzle sample pack. Links in the description. Now let's add a kick to this. See if we can find a good kick that will work with the sound. Let me try this first one, the number 6, sorry. There we go. Let's try to see if we can get some bass for this track. Let's see if we can load DX10 and try and use some log drum. Okay, so my ghost notes are in a higher octave that you see over here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these higher octaves to create my bass pattern, and then I'm going to transpose down to the lower notes that are going to create the bass sound that we're looking for. Okay, I need to put these a bit higher. Okay, let me put that up there. Okay, now that we have our bass, let's transpose it 2 times. Okay, let's transpose again. Okay, now let's change these bass notes and let me lower these ones. Let's extend that decay of these log drums to make sure it plays for a bit longer. Okay, that was out of key. Okay, that sounds good enough. Although the bass still needs a little bit of work, but let's move on for now so that we don't take so much time stuck in the one place. So now next what we want to do is add a little bit of a melody or kind of an arpeggio. Let's look for a nice sound. So at this point we're not going to need that chord. So now we have to go and reset that over here again, where we found those chords, and bring it back to layout piano because we just need single notes instead of chords now. So now we look for a single nice sound. I think that one will work for now. We can obviously change it later. We don't have to settle for one sound. Let's see what we can make of this. Okay, I don't think that's working. Let's try something that's a bit faster. Okay, now let's duplicate that and make sure it keeps playing over and over again. Okay, that's not enough. So instead of duplicating it all the way in the piano roll, all we can just do is add it in pattern. So just put it in its own pattern, go into the playlist, and then put it in there. That's much easier. Okay, let's see if we can extend and kind of change the sound of these main chords. So we can do this by the velocity. Okay. Let me undo that. So that sounds cool just by using the cutoff. We can also automate this in time so that we can use it to make kind of a build up. So let me show you what I mean by that. We can move this automation over here, and then we can add a point in the middle here and then drag this last point all the way up so that when it gets to this point, it builds up. Then we can maybe cut out the drums on the last bar like that. Okay, so that's not exactly what we wanted to do. We can maybe extend it this way and do that and add a point. Okay, that is still loud. Slow the volume a bit. Okay, we're gonna make that start a bit earlier. I see it's picking up. It's picking up quite late. Then we can add a noise splash right here where it kind of transitions into the next part over here. You can also find this noise splash in my DeepHouse sample pack as well. It also sounds very nice. it right there. Then maybe if we want to add a clap to the groove. Now the only thing that's now missing in this track is a little bit of emotion. So now what we can do is we can go back in to the channel where we have the chords and the log drum, and then we can add a purity. If you've been watching my videos all along, you know that I often use the string found in purity to add that little high sustained string. So that's what we're gonna add right now, and you're gonna hear what a difference it's gonna make. So I'm just gonna go up and pick that one. Let's see how it's working. Okay, it's not working so well. Let's lower that. Okay, now let's transpose that all the way up. Maybe down a bit. What we can do to this is add more sounds. Now you can stack up as much sounds as you want at this point, because now you have the majority of your sounds. Now we can add maybe a pad like this one, and then go to our chords by using the ghost notes, and then just add something random. Okay, and then we can do that. Okay, it's on none. Then change that one up, make sure it comes down, and then put that on there to make sure that the pad changes with the track. Then we can transpose it down to get that nice thick sound, maybe twice. Then maybe we can add another sound to kind of layer and make it much thicker. We can go into pads and textures and choose maybe pad 4 and just copy this first one, Control C and Control V. Okay, that's kind of out of tune a bit. So that's it. I think that's basically it. So this is the technique that you can use to get these sounds to sound really good and make chords pretty easy. Actually, this is kind of a chord hack that I use myself when I'm composing most of the time, when I'm not really playing chords with my MIDI. I know some of you guys might not have a MIDI, or sometimes you might not know how to play or how to put your fingers down in the MIDI, but this is exactly the thing. So let me recap. You go over here into the piano section here on FL Studio, where you can select the typing keyboard piano options. So you right click, and then you can choose any of these. I usually choose minor natural chord map, or you can also use minor natural chords, or you can use major chords. It's up to you which one sounds the best to you, so that you can use your keyboard keys to actually play chords for you without you doing anything. So I hope you find that really, really helpful, because it's helpful for me. Most of the time when I'm not on my MIDI and I'm using just my computer keyboard, I use this trick all the time. So if you find this helpful, leave a like down below. I want to know how you make your own chords. Let me know down below if you're good at music theory, if you know them by head, or you use chord hacks like these as well. I want to know down in the comments below. If you're not subscribed, subscribe below so you don't miss out on the other content that I have on this channel, and click on the bell icon so you don't miss out on future content. I have a lot of videos you can check out here. Have a great weekend. This was XD. I'm gonna catch you in my next video. Peace.